Yes, people. We are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another edition of the Man Them United podcast meets the Man Them City podcast, where we discuss all things in regards to the two clubs in this lovely city of Manchester, in the lovely city of sarcasm, people. Myself, Flawless Mr. Take Note. I will introduce the one and only Vader very, very shortly. Someone, making waves in this content creator space. And one of my favorite shows to do, people. That's why I've not added no other city rep, because I enjoy the duo. It's great. It's like I say, I call him a variant of myself, and I mean that complimentary, because I'm a variant of his. It just so happens that I'm blacking in the UK, he blacking in North America. That's legit. I'm United fan, he a City fan. That's legit. Pretty much the only difference is the way I see him gas people up, the way he be distributing the Kool-Aid. I respect it, you know what I'm saying? The way he just be winding people up, but he just has a different approach, but we do the same thing. But love to everyone that's locked in and supporting as always. Make sure you run up the likes though. Whether you're watching this live right now or watching this back after, hit the like button on the video. Make sure you share this across all of the socials as well, at Sarcasm City TV on Twitter and Instagram. Please retweet and like from the Twitter. Make sure you do that. Retweet and like from the Twitter, follow there. Share from the Instagram, follow there. And just as important, make sure you subscribe to the channel Sarcasm City TV as well. Hey, me 3099, that is fire, man. Man said Vatorade, yo. That is that's fire. So yeah, Haaland scores a double as Manchester City score 5 past Sparta Prague, and Manchester United travel to Fenerbahce tomorrow in not a must-win game, but I would say it's must not lose. Obviously, Jose Mourinho's there, Fred's there, Amrabat, etc., etc. And of course, we'll talk about City's late win as well against Wolves on the weekend too. So let me introduce him. I like Veta Games in the building. Yes, Veta, what are you telling me?
Yo. Different setup today, Flawless. Hopefully the audio's clean.
Good.
I'm in the car right now. I'm not in the studio, so some of the background effects you won't be able to catch. But I'm working on the future right now. I'm working on Vader Jr. Vader Jr. is just about to finish his practice, and then I'll get back on the road. But listen. I know we chat before the show starts off. Usually, a couple messages here and there. What a week! What a week to come back to. I mean, we can talk about what's obviously happened at Manchester United. We can talk about what's happened at Manchester City. We can talk about Champions League. We can talk about some of the results that have happened to some of our rivals, for example, Liverpool and Arsenal, which I'm more than happy to talk about. So you're the hostess. You're the host with the most. You do what you got to do with regards to line up the convos, but just know I got a lot to say. And
as always, I know, and that's why it's always good doing these shows. I know, 110%.
Wherever you want to start, I'm ready. I'm ready. So
we gonna get to it. We gonna get to it. 100%. Big up Warrior J's. Yeah, go on. Say what you're gonna say. Go on.
May I also say, fans or those in the chat like Warrior J. Mm-hmm. That's another reason why this community is amazing, is because how he mixes in some of the talking points, how he's always part of the show. He always shows love whenever he sees me in the chat. Absolutely. Much respect to everybody, Sarcasm City TV in the chat. We got one for you tonight. I'm telling you.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Big up to Warrior J. Warrior J, I've starred some of the comments that you have dropped. So Mourinho, Ten Hag, okay, so they're both, because they would have done the press conferences as well, so I will get to that when we get to the United section. Big up to Michael, JK says, Flawless bro, been watching your stuff for a while, much love and keep up the work, come on you Spurs. Hey, big up to Michael, man, appreciate that. 3099, he says, big up my G. Man said Vatorade. I'm going to use that, but I'm going to quote you. Me 309. Yeah, Vatorade is brilliant. That is A1. That is brilliant. Big up to Certified says, a big up. Big up to Robel, who says, big up Flawless and Vader. City fan from London, Ontario. Hey, salute to you, man. Appreciate you locking in. Big up. And you lot, make sure you subscribe to Vader's channel. I'm going to add the link in the title as well. No Filter FC. I think I've said this to you before. Fire name. I like that a lot. Like the username. Big up to you. Says, smash the likes. Big up Ibrahim as well. And big up to African Cat K, who says, with that fraudulent smirk, Vader. Yeah, that grin is very, very, very telling. It's a very telling grin. It is. But we'll start with your mob first and foremost. So we'll start with the game tonight. 5-0 winners. Routine. I didn't watch your game, but Surfer was on with me on the watch along watching your game, and it seemed like a routine win. So you must be happy. Back in the goals. Yeah, all good. No stress. Back in the goals. Clean sheet. Must be over the moon.
Oh, listen, Champions League. There was a time where that tournament used to bother me. I used to get these weird, like, overly nervous, anxious, couldn't eat the day before type vibes. Now, flawless. They tell me it's Tuesday. They tell me it's Wednesday. I'm like, oh, okay, all right. Well, what? Who's on the list? Who we facing? Calm settings these days. I know you could appreciate it. I mean, obviously not now, but there was a time where Champions League time came around. It was kind of like calm. You didn't have to worry. You knew what
I know
to expect
exactly what
from
you're
your
talking
club.
about. I miss that. I miss
Yeah, yeah.
looking forward to Champions League. Whether your
And you
team's
know
the
what?
best or not, I miss that. I do
I
miss
hear
that
it.
feeling.
I
For
hear it,
real.
Bumps. And the thing is, you can't miss something that you never had, right? So you can miss it because you've had it. Those Arsenal fans in the chat, you won't understand what Flawless is missing because you've never had it. Those of us that have had it understand. So this Champions League game, I mean, I was looking at it as, okay, Pep's got another game to kind of get things sorted out. Pep's got another game to figure out what is the midfield that he wants. How is he going to keep the midfield tight with the defense? How are we going to shore things up? Because we can't continue to leak goals. Now, I'm not going to be shameless and say that this opponent is a good reflection of the majority of the teams or even the strength of the teams we're going to face in the Prem. But it is another opportunity to get some minutes. It is another opportunity for Pep to maybe challenge some players with some instructions. And I got to tell you, I saw a team that I was like, okay, I'm comfortable with this. I'm comfortable with, Pep getting a result out of this Champions League game because, again, we actually suffered a draw because we playing against Inter to begin with, but we've
You drew
now
your opening game. Yeah,
we drew the opening game, and everybody was kind of stressing on what that meant moving forward, and obviously learning to continue the season with no Rodri, no KDB. So let me just see how these players play. Let me see how Pep sets these guys up. And to tell you that I expected a 5-0, heck no. The 5-0 is bonus to me. The 5-0 is a nice surprise because we got off to a slow start. We got off to a slow start in terms of actually being clinical. We were creating opportunities. We were in control, but we weren't scoring. We weren't making them pay. And I guess it was, sometimes you got to preheat the oven a little longer before you can actually start getting things going. It took us the first half to really get things right. Even though Foden scored early, maybe the first 4 minutes.
Yeah, 3 minutes. I'm just looking there. Yeah, 3 minutes it was.
Yeah, 3 minutes in, he got on the score sheet, did his thing, playing in the middle of the pitch. He's dangerous. No one catches that ball and turns into an attacking position better than him. In my opinion, the way he picks those spots up.
He has very good, but he has lovely balance. He does the way he will turn and switch, and it is. Before you carry on, Novator, big up to Faz for the raid as well. Big up to everyone who's joined over from the raid from Planet Faz's channel. Salute to Faz. Big up to everyone that's joined over. Please make sure you hit the like button, and also as well, please make sure you subscribe to Veta Games TV. Links in the title, and of course, subscribe to Sarcasm City TV if you're new. Keep your comments, questions, Manchester City or Manchester United related. Go on, carry on, Vale. Carry on.
Yeah, so I mean, Foden 4 minutes in, middle of the pitch, he's so dangerous, he's so threatening. I was like, okay, this is what we need. We need Foden healthy. We need him on the pitch. We know he's dangerous. I know rivals are taking their shots at him. Foden, how did he win player of the year last year? All this kind of nonsense. Listen, he's gotten some things right. When they were trying to press me, like, talk about your star boy. Why isn't he playing? Why isn't Pep trusting him? Listen, he had to deal with some things off the pitch. They were family related. They were child related. Gave man his time. No one can really necessarily play at their best. And I think he was slightly injured. So hopefully everything's right. Pep in a press conference said he's got a smile on his face. He's got a joy for the game again. So we'll see. Hopefully everything's good. Champions League, he delivered. All right, gave us the winning goal essentially before the 4 others came through. But Foden was key, and we're gonna need him. We're going to need him with no Rodri. We're going to need him with no KDB.
Yeah, you're definitely going to need his form to pick up 110%. Or him just to get on the pitch often. That's what I would say.
And we're going to need his quality, his leadership. Like, he gets so disrespected because I think we've seen him for so long. He's still a young player, But because he's been in the scene for so long, he gets disrespected. And obviously, he's the measuring stick. Whenever someone's popping into the scene, someone's having a purple patch, they want to say, ooh, him and Foden, who's better? Oh, Arsenal want to do their Saka, Foden.
I still don't get that. They shouldn't be compared. I say this all the time. Just because they play different positions, it wouldn't happen anywhere else. But actually, it only happens because they're two English players playing at two of the better teams in the country. That's the only reason.
That's why it's disrespectful. But that's why it's disrespectful. That's why I get annoyed when I want to hear fans like TJ or Tony want to talk about all the success they're having over there with their players. Do not compare him to Foden. All right, Foden has shown that he plays across the front three. He's played false nine.
You know what? Take it as a compliment.
No, it's not. No, it's not a compliment. It's disrespect.
It's a compliment.
It's disrespect. No,
you're the bar.
No.
You're the bar, man. Heavy is the head that wears the crown.
He should not be compared, though. There should be a level, a qualification before you compare to that standard. He should not be compared to that standard. All he does is play on the right hand side. That's it. He doesn't play across the front three.
It's an unfair comparison because they play. Like I said, I am not with it because even when I was asked this question, I don't answer the question. It was like, who's better? I say they play different positions, so therefore they shouldn't be compared. The same way we wouldn't sit here and compare. We wouldn't say
I gotta
who's
disagree
better
with you,
out of. We wouldn't compare Odegaard to Savinho.
Yeah, you're kind of right, Flawless. You're kind of right. You got to say Foden's better. You got to say Foden's better and then say I can't really compare. First say Foden's better.
Because the thing is, the reason why I'm not is because they play two different. We wouldn't sit here and compare Odegaard to Salah. You don't. When did we compare? When did we start comparing attacking midfielders to wingers?
That's true.
The only time I've been watching football a long time. The only time I remember it happening is now. I've never remember Foden, who is a central player, because he's capable of playing left, he's capable of playing right. We all know he's a 10/8. That's his better position. Saka's a right winger. I have never remembered if I started this video and was like, all right, we're gonna sit here and we're gonna compare Savinho to Odegaard, everyone would be in the chat be like, what are you talking about?
Facts.
Why are we comparing the two? Or if you want to take it back, if we was comparing Sane to, I'm trying to think of an Arsenal 10. Insert Arsenal 10 here. You're comparing Sane to Ozil. See how stupid that sounds?
Yeah.
That just sounds dumb. But
plus, I'm having more battles now too because of Cole Palmer being a former City player, doing what he's doing over at Chelsea. Now Foden being the bar, they're comparing Cole Palmer and Foden. Listen,
Palmer and Foden's a fair comparison because they play the same role. That's a conversation. They play the same position.
He hasn't done it enough.
That's a fair comparison.
Yeah, but he hasn't done it enough.
No, he hasn't. But you can. The point I'm making is you can compare a 10/8 to a 10/8.
I hear it.
I'm with that. Same way you compare a right back to a right back. You wouldn't compare a right back to a DM. We're not going to.
And we can do it now. Yeah, we can do it now.
We ain't gonna sit here and be like, "Yo, who's better out of Trent and Rodri?" What?
Yeah,
what are you talking about?
That's nuts.
That's exactly. That's the type of foolishness. But go on, as you were.
Now, Foden Champions League quality. You got a very, very intelligent chat. I mean, I don't read the chat while I'm featuring, but tune in after, see how they're responding to some of the lyrics and stuff like that. Yeah. But Haaland, man, the chat don't really go after Haaland over here, so I'm not necessarily addressing people over here at Sarcasm City TV.
Yeah. But
I grew up Wu-Tang era, like. I grew up with the kung fu movies, mine wasn't like, what was that movie again? The Tiger? What was it? Tiger?
Oh,
Crouching Tiger?
Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Crouching Tiger? That's more modern. That's more recent. I grew up with like five deadly fists of venom, like Fury. Like I grew up with all that kind of kung fu, Bruce Lee, like magic kung fu, where you had the different elements, where you had the cobra, you had the water technique, I had the drunken style. I grew up with all of that. What I saw from Haaland today was kung fu like. What do you mean, this guy? What I saw from Haaland today, generational manager.
Because you had me in the first half. I didn't know where you was going with it. That's why. You had me in the first. Brilliant. You had me in the first half. I was like, where is this? I knew it was going somewhere. And then when you said Haaland, it clicked. You had me in the first half, man. On point,
now,
carry on.
Generational striker. That finish that we got from him. And he was having moments beforehand. The keeper was making some saves. Two really dangerous headers that got stopped. But the way he's got an eye, nose for goal, it's sickening. It's sickening. And he is now unquestionably the best striker. I'm losing my lights here. He is no doubt the best striker, the most efficient striker that Champions League's ever seen. No one has scored at the rate in the Champions League like him. He is. I don't even know who's remaining in front of him, but some of the names that he's already surpassed, like Warrior J probably knows this, or someone in the chat, but he's surpassed some great names, and he's doing it faster than anybody. And if you want to go, if some rivals want to go and do their whole poo-poo, cry, and say, oh, he's doing it because he's at City, he was doing it before he got here.
He did. That is true.
He was doing it before he got here.
He was. He was doing that.
So respect this man. And I said this on the Football Terrace. I'm saying this right now. Harry Kane, thank goodness he never came to my club. Thank goodness he and his poisonous, venomous, virus losing ways did not come to my club. I want someone not only to be proficient, not only to be skillful, but they need to have an attitude. They need to have heart. They need to have just the will to refuse to lose. Harry Kane would have never been that guy over at Manchester City. He was never that guy over at Spurs. He's definitely not that guy. He's making my man Vincent Kompany. He's making Vincent Kompany look bad over there. Harry Kane.
They do not look good.
So glad he didn't come to my club. And to say that, Harry Kane would have been doing what Haaland's doing, no, he wouldn't have. He wouldn't have. He would have been dropping into the midfield, getting all in the mix, messing things up with KDB and Rodri and Gundogan and Foden, and not be in the box for some of these quote-unquote tap-ins. For these killer...
I don't think, you know what's crazy? I don't think Pep would allow that. Like, don't get misunderstood. I agree with you. I don't think he's as effective as Haaland. But you see all that dropping in that left-back and in DM, you know what Pep's like. Pep's not allowing that to happen. Pep's shouting at man. Pep will take man off.
Exactly. Pep will take him off, then his ego shrinks, and then he doesn't have the confidence. Like, nah, I don't need any of that. I'm so glad he did not come to Manchester City. The rest of the goals.
We might have lost many battles, but we won that Harry Kane war. But that's a whole other uncomfortable conversation for some. That's a war that we've been having on this channel for a long time. Like when I said I wouldn't take him at Manchester United for 100 mil, I'm back again. Last summer, before he made the move, I was crucified. And then a few months later, people were like, I see it. It's like, not that he's not a good player. He's a bad boy striker. Do not get him misunderstood. Kane is a top quality striker. 100 million? No.
Nope.
No. He's not 100 million. But go on, Vera.
He's not handling that pressure. Even being a 100 mil player, I've seen players with a high price tag not be able to live up to it. He's one that would crash and burn if he had that price tag on him. Now, the 5 goals that we scored in this Champions League, I don't know if you know, I'll mention a few of the players, but Nunez, who everyone wanted to say was a panic buy, I don't see him fitting over at Manchester City. What is he good at? Pep just needed some time. Pep just needed some time to figure out the do's and don'ts. And the do's and don'ts come a little quicker to certain players because they're able to figure it out. Nunez did suffer an injury, not too bad, but he was out for a spell. He played out on that wing for us, created an assist, 2 assists.
Oh, so he actually, because I was here looking at the lineup, so he actually played out wide. It's right, he played on the left. Okay.
Yeah, he played on the left. Savinho played out on the right.
Foden, Gundogan was in through the middle.
Yep, it was nice. It was Foden, really nice to see.
Yeah, go on.
And again, Nunez. Like, do I expect him to do this every game? Like, I don't think I should put that type of expectation on him. But I think Pep's going to trust him a lot more. And he won us a late penalty as well. Showed some cleverness in the box, and he was rewarded to take the penalty. So I like what I saw. We now have the best goal differential in this Champions League format, which I think is going to pay off some dividends. We don't have the toughest grouping, but we do have Juventus to play. We do have.
I'm just checking now in regards to the table and other things you said. But yeah, carry on. So I'm looking at the table. Yeah, you're currently. Yeah, you have +9 on 7 points. So you're currently sat third. It's Villa, Liverpool, City. That's the top three in the Champions League. Obviously, Liverpool and Villa both for it have won all 3 games.
They've won all
2
3
wins
exactly.
for you and 1 draw and a draw for you. But yeah, currently you're at +9. I'm saying 9 goals scored, 0 conceded.
Yeah, unfortunately, Arsenal better get their act together because they're making the English league looking poor right now, Champions League wise. But we're doing okay. We're doing okay. We're good. We're going to keep the standard. Us, Liverpool, Aston Villa. We all have experience in Europe, right? So I get why Arsenal are struggling. But they need to fix up because again, I think this coefficient numbers can also help with regards to other teams and what they could do with regards to qualifying for Champions League. All in all, if we can just stay as best as we can under this quote unquote radar, if we can stay on this radar, just continue to get some of these wins, because all the talk is about Liverpool, right? New manager, top of the league. If we can just stay steady, do what we got to do. Not looking good. City don't look like City. Continue with our winning ways.
That being
we'll be
said,
all right.
Does it concern you, the Wolves' performance? Because it was a late goal. Even though you dominated the ball, I watched that game. It wasn't the best performance from you lot. Could argue and say you deservedly won. You could arguably say that you deserve to win the actual game overall. Another late goal from Stones this time for a winner. But does that performance concern you? And again, the lack of clean sheets.
Yeah, flawless. Before everybody in the chat again, like, here's Vader doing the underdog, downplaying it. Listen, you rivals say the same thing. You rivals are telling me I don't look good. You rivals are saying no Rodri, no KDB. Where's the creativity coming from? Foden isn't playing. Where is this dominant City? City's leaking goals. Can't keep a clean sheet in the Prem.
That's
so
true.
when I'm saying, I'm not happy with how we're playing. I'm not crazy confident with us getting results like this despite not playing well. I haven't looked too far ahead. I know we got Southampton next.
Southampton at home, yes.
At home. So that's a game that we should be dealing with. But again, Southampton ain't easy. Southampton isn't a team.
Yes, it is. They're arguably the worst team in the league.
It's a team that you shouldn't. Well, maybe you should take your time with it.
How bad they are. We beat them comfortably. That's how bad they are.
Okay, they are bad. They are bad.
They're arguably the worst team in the league. It's between them and Wolves.
Fair.
And it's at your place.
But again, look, I just played Wolves and I didn't look good. Right?
That is true. That was a surprise. It was a super surprise.
It was a surprise. The late winner was not surprising though, right? Playing to the very end. The don't say give up. The don't say die. That's Manchester City. Right? So the fact that we had to win it late, I know that was PTSD for you Arsenal fans with the late winners again or draw, the late goal. But that's what we do. And I don't mean to trigger you, Flawless, and the United fans, with Guerrero, but we do
that
this.
triggers me. No, that still triggers me because I was right by the stadium as that was going on. Never forget. I was literally in the Asda. I was with my girl at the time, not my girl now, but I was in the time shopping. And she's shopping. I'm watching the game. You know what I'm saying? And that. So I ain't paying no attention. You know what I'm saying? And that. I'm walking into people.
She's asking you, does this look good? And you're not even paying attention.
Yeah, even paying attention. She knows I'm locked in. But yeah, in regards to it, the reason why I also laughed as well is because as much as it pains me to admit it, like I said it on the watch along, even though you lot weren't playing well, I said it. People can go watch on the playback. City are going to score late here. There's two. Wolves kept, there's one thing defending. But once you defend and don't try and counterattack against teams who have a quality going forward, 9 times out of 10 they're going to get you. And I kept saying it, and even though your goal didn't really come from, it wasn't like individual piece of brilliance like from open play.
Wolves
kept giving you the ball.
Whoa.
It wasn't. It was a good set piece.
Hey, hold on. I keep hearing about set piece brilliance. I keep hearing about you got to be able to put these crosses in the right spot, the right weight, the right height. Saka's getting all this praise for his
let me clarify
set piece assists.
You're right, Vader. I'm wrong. What I'm saying is it's not something you associate with Manchester City. Jan City
No.
actually talks about this all the time in regards to, and you can disagree with her, and that's fine, because if you do, I'm a dunk on her because of it. She talks about how bad you lot are from corners. And she was saying
Yeah.
as many corners as you get, you don't capitalize enough. So I will say that it wasn't typical City fashion how I thought
wasn't.
the goal was going to come. But I knew you was going to. I was pretty convinced. I was like, you can't, there's too much talent out there. Somebody's going to get you.
Yeah, let me add to that. And shout out to Yan, that's my girl right there. The thing with regards to corners, we went through this spell where we were doing everything short. Everything was and I get it. Sometimes you want to do the quick corner take, you want to get that different angle in terms of how you want to cross it into the box. So I get all that. But when we start like properly taking corners, whether it's being whipped in or being whipped out, we're a problem, because I don't think teams are expecting it. And I've been hearing it for weeks, Flawless. For weeks, I'm hearing, again, I know I don't got PR like Arsenal. I know I don't got PR like the Red Cartels. They, for whatever reason, are able to get the message out. But I've been hearing for weeks about Saka and his corner assist, the precision. It's so precise. Look at the weight of
the... They are set piece FC. I got to give them credit. They're like, Rory, it's like Tony Pulis, Rory Delap. I give them credit.
You know what Foden did? Foden was like, listen, hold my Canada dry. Not hold my beer. I'm not going to promote that on the channel. But he was like, listen, hold this. And what does he do? He delivers the winning corner to my man, Johnny Stones. It was beautiful. Oh, that's what you do? That's what you're getting all the praise for, these corner assists? Let me show you how it's done. Foden was like, it's that easy? I can get assists every time I do this? You're going to put me on corners now? Yeah. Foden delivered the dagger right to Johnny Stones. We got that late winner. I could hear it all the way over here in Toronto, Flawless. And maybe it's because my neighbors are rivals. Actually, a neighbor across the street's a United fan. But I could hear it.
Shout out to your neighbor.
I could hear it. They were all like, oh, damn, Manchester City, late winner. Because they were ready for it. But it's not happening, guys. It's not happening. I keep pointing this out. And we're gonna have to talk about the Arsenal game. But
we'll get to it.
The joy that Wolves had is because, listen, you gotta take your shots. You gotta take your chances. What are you gonna do? You gonna block all night? Is that what you're gonna do? Is that what you're gonna do? You're gonna block the whole time? Nah. If you take your chances, and again, arguably we could have been down 2-0 if we didn't get a brilliant save from Ederson. But when you take your chances, you have opportunities. If we're going to be playing like that, it's not going to look good. If we're going to be playing like that, we're going to be making games a lot tougher than they need to be. Do we need to free some things up to get Haaland involved? Yes. Do we need to actually find the system that's going to break down teams that are going to be showing low blocks? Because I think we need to expect it, whether it's a bank of 4-4 or if it's going to be a bank of 5, whatever it is, Pep needs to work it out. And Pep, listen, DM me. I got my notes. Trust me, I got some plays I know that can be worked out to break down some of these low blocks. It's about a little bit of choreography. We need to have, again, North American sports, North American football in particular, a lot of it is timing. Even NBA. NBA season just kicked off last night. Yeah, Fire, by the way. Raptors are playing tonight. But the whole thing with regards to you can't move until the ball is here. It's got to be. There's some timing that I think we just haven't figured out, because we can put these defenders in some awkward positions and maybe even create some chances where they don't even want to put a tackle in because they're already deep in their 18-yard box. They got to kind of just stand still and play like pylons, essentially. I've got some things, Pep. Holler at your boy. I know you got that extended contract. All right, that whispers out the bag. Everybody knows that you're going to extend for another year. We got time, Pep. We got time. Let me help you out before you leave here. Amazing news this week, because I didn't even expect the Pep news. I mean, I heard rumblings.
About he's going to extend a year.
He's going to make it 10. He's going to make sure that he's
been here 8. Is this the 9th year? At the end of 2025, it's the 9th year. Okay, so he's trying to make it 10.
He's going to make it 10.
He's trying to 6-peat and then bounce first.
I mean, I respect the Prem. Can't say it's going to be that easy, but he's trying to win.
One of your
this
rivals
one.
has to step up. We've had this conversation. Someone got to come and take the crown. Someone got
Yeah.
to go be serious in the window. Like
Someone's got
Liverpool carry on at this rate, and then they're serious in the summer window of 2025. They have potential. Same with Arsenal. If they actually get around to Saka, Arteta, and add to their team, they're the two teams closest to you. So
Yeah, they're the two teams. I like what I'm seeing from Aston Villa. I mean, Chelsea fans are quick to tell you that they're going to be in the mix next year. They put on a very good game versus Liverpool, so I can't count them out, essentially. So I know Carefree Lewis and, those Chelsea fans are ready to start piping up about what they're going to be doing.
It could be Maressa. They could, if they carry on at this rate and they go and do what they need to do in the summer. But again, that ties for all three clubs we just mentioned in regards to Arsenal, Liverpool, Chelsea. If they carry
Chelsea are going to spend in the summer. Well, Chelsea are going to spend in the summer.
They're going to spend. They have to get it right, though. They're going to spend correctly and get the correct players. That's going to be the difference. You can see where they're short.
Chelsea spend like. My son's in the background. Chelsea spend like they went to the strip club. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like they
went for adult intimacy. Yeah.
They don't care. They'll figure
it's
it
about
out.
getting it right though. But it's about getting it right. It's about spending
they spend
correctly.
so much they don't have. Yeah, they spend so much they don't have to get it right. They're like, we messed up. We'll try again. We'll just spend some more. Liverpool, Arsenal again. I think, my humble opinion, I happen to think that FSG are the same way I want to talk about Haaland being the most efficient goal scorer.
Yeah.
FSG are the most efficient owners I've ever seen. FSG deserve to be studied, deserve to be a case study, deserve to be analyzed in terms of business sport because they
bless
you, because they have shown a level of efficiency with how they spend and how they continue to win.
They have.
It's phenomenal. It's absolutely amazing.
Yeah, treating Liverpool like it's Brighton. I love to see it. Carry on.
And these Liverpool fans are so ungrateful.
I get it because they're not supposed to be. They're not, because that's not something you want to hear as an elite club, is that you're run efficiently.
Exactly, but that's the aim. That's the goal.
It shouldn't be. I feel like it's the wrong word to describe it.
Nah. Efficiency is the word. Sustainability is the word.
No, because we never say that about Manchester City. We never say that about successful. The team that's at the top, whether it's you lot, whether it's been Manchester United, whether it's been Chelsea, whether it's been Arsenal at times, anyone who's dominated, whether it's Real Madrid, whether it's Barcelona, Bayern Munich, whoever in Europe and whoever in the Premier League, we never say they ran efficiently. It's not a verb we use to describe it.
But we should.
We shouldn't, Vader, and you know why we don't. We say Vader. You know who we say is ran efficiently? Brighton's at this world.
Yeah.
Newcastle.
Yeah.
Respectfully, Liverpool ain't trying to be Brighton and Newcastle, but hey, carry on.
And they aren't. Liverpool aren't. Liverpool have associated winning with their efficient spending, and this is why I'm saying they need to be under a microscope. They need to be analyzed. They actually need to be praised because other clubs are flawless. Yes, other clubs are wasteful. Other clubs are spending more than Liverpool, and they aren't even winning. And the fact that Liverpool are able to spend less and are winning, that is something to be praised. That is something to actually...
You know what's the craziest part? You know when Klopp's reign, Chelsea won the same amount as them.
Not efficiently.
No, that's but my point. But they won. No, they won the same amount. So
they won the same amount, but it wasn't.
And Chelsea were ran awfully, but they won the same amount. They both won the same amount.
Right, but the model of the FSG model is actually better. Why are you laughing? One club had to waste so much money.
But Gazy, it's brilliant because he does it on such an intelligent level. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Vader's way to add. Do you know what I'm saying? He got different ingredients for the Kool-Aid and that. It's not Gatorade, it's Vaderade. Different. You know what I'm saying? The ingredients he put, bamboozled, secret recipe. See that notebook? That's what's in that notebook. You know what I'm saying? Secret recipe, man. I'm telling you.
Nah, listen,
he ain't calling him efficient, you know. You know what I'm saying? It's like when someone says, "Oh, is she nice?" and someone goes, "She got a great personality and she got nice eyes." Now we know what that means. But hey, we move. That's what you're saying. They got a great personality with nice eyes.
That is not what I'm saying.
That's what he's saying about Liverpool. Saying they're cute. You know what I'm saying? They got nice eyes and they got a great personality. When you ask them, what do you think of him? We know all that.
That is not what I'm saying. That is not what I'm saying.
Me3099, because he was the one who came up with Vatorade, not me. So salute him in the chat. There he is. Me3099. He's the one who came up with Vatorade. Craziest part is the chat, though. You know what I'm saying? It's bad. But you calling them efficient is exactly that. And they ain't trying to be cute with nice eyes. You know, but hey, we move. Salute to FSG, man. Doing a great job.
This is the crazy part, because obviously as fans want everything, right? A couple streams ago I talked about how this day and age, this level of fans, everything's crying, everything's raging, everything's crying. But you got to take a step back sometimes, and you got to look at, okay, here's what's wrong at this club. Yeah. Here's what's right at this club. Here's what's wrong at this club. Here's what's right at this club. When you look at FSG, when you look at Liverpool, and you brought up the example with regards to Chelsea and Liverpool winning, they both won the same amount of things in the same amount of time, but one has paid a crazy amount of money, and one, again, my humble opinion, one was wasteful with money, one's been efficient with it.
Absolutely.
So
and both failed at their overall goals during that time period. One just failed.
But would you rather?
Spectacular
Would
fashion.
you also want to fail on the financials? No. So
they didn't fail financially.
Overspending is failure, Wallace. When you're now with the bean counters, when they're looking at what do we spend to get this outcome, what do we spend to get this outcome?
Yeah, overspending it ties into it. I'm not fussed about being a better loser. All right, you lost better. This is the debate I've been having with a lot of Arsenal fans recently. Like, I'm not fussed. Like, they'll go, oh, you're a United fan, you're miserable. Yeah, all right, you're better than us, so you're better. That's what they're interested in. You lot are pretty losers.
Well, I'm not gonna let you spin the. I'm not gonna let you spin the winning. I'm talking about winning.
They Gucci Luigi, man. That's what it is. They just look good losing.
I'll talk about. I'll get to Arsenal. Trust me. Yeah. Arsenal will get a committed dialogue. Trust me. But with regards to Chelsea and Liverpool, let's also continue with regards to the winning standpoint. Yeah. I got to. FSG and their efficient spending has to be admired. I get it. Maybe not all fans are going to be like, we love this, we want more. But it has to be admired, because
admired, you know.
It has to be admired.
You got a great personality, girl. You know what I'm saying? She's so nice.
Okay. You know what? You keep using that example.
That's what they are.
With regards to Carnival, right? Caravana out here in Toronto. She doesn't have the largest backyard, but she can she can definitely do her thing. That's what I mean.
It's well kept. It's well kept. You know what I'm saying? Leaves are raked. You know what I'm saying? The bushes ain't too long. The whole nine. I hear all that.
She doesn't have the biggest backyard, but she can do her thing. You know what I mean?
That's and then the front yard's not really all is the same as well. But we ain't there for that.
Yeah, the porch.
The porch ain't all that. You know what I'm saying? We ain't really, like, the front of the house don't look the best. So we just like, it's nice though. You know what I'm saying? It's not bad. It's nice.
Not
it's cute.
Bad.
You know what I'm saying?
It's not
cute.
Bad. But
you know
again,
nice little design.
There aren't many 10s. There aren't many 10s out there at the same time. So we got it. And this is why I said, you go, look, I can see the plus minuses here. I can see the plus minuses.
I love that, yo. We don't use that for no one.
Are mad efficient. And
shout out FSG, man. Shout out FSG.
Yo, FSG are doing their thing. I'm not disrespectful to them. I've seen what they're able to do, and with regards to how they've kicked off this season. Again, some fans are gonna be like, "We want more, we want more." I get it. It's always we want more type attitude. But they're top of the league. They had a little blip versus Forest. Many Liverpool fans, we need a 6. We need a 6. And they got their man Gravenberch doing his thing.
He's balling out.
And they want to. Some fans may say, "Oh, it was discovered. They didn't know they had this talent. They didn't know it had this quality." There's a reason why they didn't want to change their spending structure, or there's a reason why they turned down, or maybe they got turned down. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Well, right?
That Zuberman
maybe Zuberman turned them down.
That is credit to Slot to get the best out of Gravenberch
and Slot saying, "Listen, FSG, don't panic. Don't go out there and get somebody else. I'm gonna make this work." All right.
Well, he wanted somebody else, but we move. In addition, I can't say he wanted somebody else. He wanted additional, which they still need because their squad is still thin.
It is thin. It is thin. Yeah. But
everyone's blessed you lot to have such a great squad. Now you can be missing 2 of your first 3 midfielders
I'm not
And
looking good missing.
it don't really affect
No,
it.
we don't look good.
You are right, Vader. But here's the difference: you're not looking good, and Liverpool's not looking good, and not the same. Liverpool are flying. Wait. So I'll break it down for you. Liverpool flying, right? Top of the league. Probably have had the best results because they're top of the league. Been the best defensively, correct?
Yeah, very good
I
defense.
think Slot's been the best manager so far. They've been the best team. Clicking. You lot are the complete opposite in my opinion. Not been at it, giving up goals, going behind, no clean sheets, late, injuries, etc., etc.
Yeah.
And shout out to G, you lot subscribe to GTV because he made this point last time when I was talking about Liverpool and City. So despite all those things I just mentioned, what's the difference in points in the table? As bad as you lot have been, and we're in agreement on that, City haven't been at it. City for City standards. And Liverpool have been flying. He's breaking records all across. What is it? 11 wins in 12 games. I seen James Redmond put it on his Instagram. Shout out to James Redmond as well. First Liverpool manager to win 6 away games in all competitions. Flying. Gravenberch, arguably the best
6, yeah.
The best 6 in the league. Kanate and Virgil, probably the best partnership. VVD, probably
Salah,
the best centre back. Trent flying and improving defensively and doing what he does go forward. Salah being Salah, just putting up ridiculous numbers and we just overlook it. City, the complete opposite. No one really at it. We're talking about Haaland needing to get involved more, Foden not being at it, no Rodri, no De Bruyne, the defenders not really on it, Stones and Vardy, all etc., and Rico Lewis and everything. So despite all these things, all the negatives for Manchester City, all the positives for Liverpool people, I don't think anyone would disagree with any of those. What's the points difference?
I try not to look at the standings this early in the season.
Chat, let me know because I can't, because me and Vader have lost Wi-Fi connection at the same time, so we can't check the table. Someone let me know the difference in the table in points between Liverpool and Manchester City. Despite all these positives for Liverpool, which are factual and they deserve plaudits, and the concerns for Manchester City with the negatives. Someone tell me the difference between the two sides.
Yo, bless up. I'm gonna make my drive back right now. So
yeah. Do your thing, fam. Yeah. Flick off the lights, calm. To switch the camera off, fam. It's all good. We'll still chop it up. It's all good. It's all good. Yeah. All right, me 3099. Can you double check that? You're saying it's 1 point. Yeah, anyone confirm that? Because mine and Vader's Wi-Fi went down at the same time, so we couldn't check Google to see the table. You know. All right, so it's 1 point. So
1 point.
So it's 1 point. So Liverpool being as fantastic as they are, and City being nowhere near the level they are, there's 1 point between these two sides. So what happens if Liverpool drop off just a little bit and City get to an above average level? Would that not say that City would probably overtake them? And this is the point I'm making. You're bad and not being good enough is different to Manchester United. Manchester United's bad is 14th, 15th in the table. City's bad is second and 1 point off the top.
I mean,
Arsenal's bad is a terrible loss to Bournemouth and not looking good. And them lot dreading Liverpool coming into town on the weekend. I'm just saying there's levels because of your squad. That's the point
I hear it.
making.
No, I hear it. We're getting results despite not looking good. Liverpool, I think, are getting, rightfully so. They're getting a lot of praise for their start. You mentioned winning 10 out of 12 or 11 out of 12, whatever the start is.
11 out of 12, just the one loss the first.
The one loss. So I give them credit because it's the new manager doing his thing. I think the reason why I'm very chill with what's going to happen moving forward, and why I always have confidence. I'm confident with what we're going to be doing moving forward, is because I know that Pep, he keeps tinkering. He keeps challenging these players, maybe do things that they're not most comfortable with, or very familiar with positionally on that pitch. We're leaking goals. We're leaking goals right now. We can't keep a clean sheet. It seems like we're getting ran through on some of the counters. I'm anticipating that that's going to get sniffed out. I'm anticipating that there's going to be a better connection between the midfield and the defense. But here's what's scary about Liverpool, is because they just played Chelsea. And they didn't play what would have been, quote unquote, the Liverpool way. They played so pragmatic. They played like their football was so controlled.
Yeah, they played the slot. They played the slot way.
Yeah, so I think I think that form is going to save a lot of the legs in these players. I think that style of play is also going to. I mean, it's not going to be the most enjoying. They're not. I don't think Liverpool fans are going to have the most enjoyment the way they did watching Klopp play. But I think they're obviously going to get more control, more joy with regards to the results because this start only one loss. It's incredible. It's incredible. We'll see.
Absolutely.
We'll see. I gotta say, I didn't learn anything in this Chelsea game though. I didn't learn anything from Chelsea. Whether I think they're because I was talking to a few. I was like, I think this game should reveal who's the contender and who's the pretender.
Yeah.
You did you learn anything from this game? Did you?
Yeah, it just let me know. It just confirmed what I already thought. Chelsea being Liverpool are going to be right up there. They're a very good side currently on the slot. Arguably the second best side in the league. They're the most informed team, and it show me that Chelsea have it, even though they've improved massively from last season under Poch, they're still short, and we're seeing why. But the City game, the game against you lot told me that. Even though they lost both of those games, they're going in the right direction, and you can see where the improvements need to be made. And Enzo Maresca is on a roll, and if they go and invest in the correct areas, they could be a serious threat in the next year to 2 years. That's what I would say about Chelsea. So just let me know they're short, which we all knew going into it. Like, I think there's going to be no surprise. I don't think anyone's like, oh, Chelsea's going to go win the league this season. It's like, no, I have them fourth for a reason.
That's fair. I had them fifth to start out with. From what I'm seeing, I'd add them into that challenging for top four mix. But to say that I saw more from Liverpool, that there's more, I guess, trust or belief that they're going to be a threat with regards to like their cup runs, if they're going to be in the final stage of the season. I'd have to say I was already counting them in a 3-horse race. Nothing's changed outside of that. Them showing to maybe be more controlling or dominant. I didn't see that in this game. I saw a very pragmatic manager, and I get it. That's Slot. That's what he's going to do. And I saw the same thing for Maresca, funny enough. But I got to see this game versus Arsenal. Liverpool fans going into this game are talking about marginal favorites against Arsenal.
You're talking to very skeptical because Liverpool fans, because all Liverpool fans I've spoken to are super confident going into that game and saying we must win and make a statement, and I believe they are absolutely right. If Liverpool don't win this game, something went wrong. If they don't win this game, something went completely wrong.
If they don't win this game controlling, flawless, if they don't win this game like dominant, like what I kind of expected, the way they were talking before Chelsea, the way they were talking going to the Chelsea game, if they don't show that performance versus this Arsenal, I've got mad questions.
Yeah, you have to be more pragmatic though, because Chelsea. You have to be more pragmatic against Chelsea because their attack is miles better. You have to respect what they have going forward.
No, I hear that approach, but in terms of the chess, flawless, they were talking like they were benching 300, like they were going to go out there and smash Chelsea. And now they're all humble. Now they're going into this Arsenal game, and Arsenal are depleted. I've never heard a more concerning, a more upset. I felt bad. I felt bad for Tony and TJ. Like those guys, because these injuries.
They deserve that. All these things, all this shit. And TJ and Tony, my guys, they're my bros. That's familiar. You know what I'm saying? I love them more than I love certain family members who I have the same surname with and share the same blood with. However, like, they can hold that being Arsenal fans. Couldn't happen to a nicer club. I love it. Normally this happens in like February, March, April. We got it early October.
But this is it. This is it. I wanted more of a build up though. I didn't want this crashing just yet. I didn't want this heartache. Like, it's a little too early. We haven't even had the third international break yet. The hypeness, the overconfidence, the mad talk hasn't happened yet. That's why I'm like, you know what? I'm not even getting the mad quotes from Tony. I'm not even getting TJ being overly boastful about what he's gonna do versus these other clubs. Like, it's just too chill right now. So, Liverpool. If Liverpool are what they said they were going into that Chelsea game, they show it versus Arsenal.
Absolutely,
The-
I agree with you on that. If I'm
so
looking for I'm looking for a dominant performance and a win, and you go, that's impressive. Even though Arsenal were depleted, salute Liverpool and Arne Slot for what they've just done there. I agree with that.
yes, yeah,
I do agree with that.
I
Yeah.
agree. I agree. And then again, I mean, I don't. You don't like me saying this, but then I'm looking at Liverpool dominating, winning versus Chelsea, dominating versus Arsenal. Look at the spending. Flawless. I got to bring it back to the spending. Look at the spending of Chelsea. Look at the spending of Arsenal. And then you got efficient FSG
True.
Liverpool beating
But
those two clubs.
that is
That
true. But the problem
brilliant.
lies with those two clubs that you mentioned in Arsenal and Chelsea if they've spent poorly. So as much as you credit Liverpool and you credit them to an extent, they have spent poorly. And you know how, so that's why, and them spending efficiently, they don't spend enough, and that's why they're going to fall short this season, Liverpool. And then that's when you're looking, we do more. That's why they fell short in the Klopp era. They should have won more. They should have won more in the Klopp era. With the players they had and the manager they had, they should have won more. And they didn't invest as much as I think Klopp should have done better at times, and certain players should have done better at times. If they would have invested more, they would have won more. You can't be on a sell to buy model and be successful consistently in today's era, and that's the model they're on. Now, can you get success by spending efficiently? Yes. That's why they've got a Prem. That's why they got a Champs. That's why they won a domestic.
You're wrong to that. You're wrong.
You're not
to
getting
that.
that.
Flawless.
What, that they're on a sell to buy model? They are on a sell to buy model.
They
They do sell to buy.
What? If Liverpool fans
They
are
do say, wait. You calling
do
them efficient?
Liverpool-
It's sell to buy. When the Liverpool just randomly go, all right, cool. We just like they did it with Caicedo, even though they didn't get the player. But when I say they're on a sell to buy model, that doesn't mean that they don't have the funds, because we've seen it with Caicedo. That's how they choose to operate. And because they choose to operate, that hinders you, especially when you're facing Manchester City and Pep. And when you lose two league titles by 1 point and you go, we're operating on a sell to buy model, that's what causes you issues. When you get to Champions League finals and semi-finals and fall short, and you got certain players running around out there, it's like, that's why you fell short. That's why everybody, as good as they were, was like confident, yeah, you ain't going to win them. Hey, we move. Keep carry on, man. Sell to buy model, man. It's efficient and it will get you trophies if you do it correctly. But are you consistently winning? Which is what Liverpool fans want, and they
could have.
Nah.
I mean, no. Sometimes the blame's got to fall to the foot of the manager. Sometimes
Klopp, that's why I said the manager's to blame at parts, as well as certain players in the team. However, I'm putting it more on the.
So the years, Flawless, I'm with you. The years where Liverpool didn't lose by 1 point.
Yeah.
Because the years they lost by 1 point, that's on the manager. I'm sorry.
That's cool.
He had the tools.
You can add that. No. That's cool.
Yeah.
But if they would, but then you could argue that either whether it's the 1 point or the years they fell off, if they had invested a little bit more quality, they do much better those years. Now is Klopp blameless? Absolutely not. I've crashed on Klopp. I've crashed on certain players they've had. Mm-hmm. However, their board wasn't trying to win at all costs. Is the point I'm making. And that's
no. Yeah, I hear you, but you got to be efficient at the same time, because again, no scouting system is perfect.
No.
As much as no, but I just want to say this real quick, because with FSG, and again with their proficiency, absolutely amazing. It needs to be credited more than crapped on. So when you look at that, when you look at the manager falling short by 1 point,
because you benefited the most, so of course you're gonna credit it.
No, I'm crediting it from.
You benefited.
I'm not on camera.
If I was you, I would benefit it too, because you didn't want to win at all costs.
Take Manchester City out of it. Take Manchester City out of it, Flawless.
That's all. Hey, you know what's crazy? I was just watching the Nicky Butt and Paul Scholes that podcast that they've got, and it was the last episode was like Europe, so all the way from the 90s all the way up. Yeah, take away probably one of the best club side. I think probably the second best club side we've seen in modern day history. In that Barcelona side, we won 2 more Champions Leagues, but guess what? They were there. Can't just take them away.
No. I mean, let's shift the viewpoint, okay? Because let's shift the viewpoint and look at it from a rival standpoint. Okay, you brought up the Chelsea example. But let's also look at the other clubs. Let's look at the other clubs that were spending and not getting the results of an FSG Liverpool. So when I say that Klopp had the weapons, had the tools that he needed to fall short by 1 point twice, that's on him. For the other seasons where they were fourth, or fifth, yes, FSG, maybe you should have had a little cash splurge. Maybe you should have just given them
It's
one or
not solely on him. It's not solely on him, though.
no, it
And that's
is.
where
It
the
is.
issue lies. You're bored.
No,
If
it
you're
is.
bored, it's not solely on him. That's not. The time they won, they lost by 1 point each is not solely on him. Now, can you put the majority of the blame on him? Yes. But is it solely on him? No. Same way when they succeed, we're not solely giving him all the praise. We're here praising FSG, calling them efficient. We're here praising the players, and rightfully so.
But they
It's a
are
mix.
efficient.
You mentioned the Aguero moment. Is that solely on Sir Alex and those players? No. But did the Glazers and the board take a part? Did they play a part in that? Yes. Look at the team.
Wait.
Look at the team.
Wait.
Look at the team.
Look at the team.
Look at the team.
It was goal differential.
Look at the team. Yeah, exactly. And then what did we do the following summer?
Yeah, but you guys always splash cash.
No, but what did we do the following summer? Who did we go and get that following summer? We lost that season.
You guys, what, Van Persie?
Exactly.
Or was that
We
two
went and
seasons later?
No, it was Van Persie. We went and got one of the best
Yeah,
strikers out there. The aim. My point is that you could see that before that. My point is I'm making our board, the overall point I'm making is our board didn't try and win by all costs. The only board currently right now, I think that try and win by all costs at the top level in the Premier League is United and Chelsea. I think they're the only two. Chelsea just got it wrong, but it said Liverpool don't, Arsenal don't, Manchester United don't, Spurs definitely don't, and then no one else, and everyone else is trying to do, the cute thing like you said. Let's be run efficiently. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, don't do that. Don't do
Newcastle's.
that.
That's what it is.
Don't do that.
You laughing because you know why I don't do that. It's cute, man.
You said the cute thing.
It is cute, though. It's nice. It's respectful.
You're
Done.
being disrespectful.
Salute to Brighton and what they've done. They've been
being
established.
disrespectful.
Brighton are ran efficiently and established as a Premier League club without doubt. Whether you got them top end, top 8, Newcastle are there now. Finally, they've been established, even though their performances ain't been the best. Like, what we talking about here?
This is messed up. You can't start putting FSG, Liverpool in the same mix as Brighton.
No, I'm not putting them in the same mix. They're just efficient on a higher level. But it's all branches of the same tree. They're just super saiyan Brighton in regards to the model.
FSG went out and got the Jotas. They got the Diaz. They went and got the Nunes, the Szoboszlai. Like, that's not what Brighton do. Brighton will get young.
Yeah, they do it on a lower level. Liverpool might go get more known players, but they don't spend big. Szoboszlai was how much was Szoboszlai? 60 M's? How much was
that Nunes summer was
30 M's? Nunes was a lot. But did they not sell someone before they signed Nunes?
Well, Mane didn't. Yeah, Mane didn't want to remain.
Oh, is it Mane? So yeah. They might have, but the point I'm making is they have the money there, but it's not. But FSG is not. But they are not trying to win at all costs. Manchester City board is. Even if but that doesn't mean they don't make mistakes. That doesn't mean you don't get things wrong. Same way with Chelsea. If you don't spend $1 billion,
so hold on. Flawless. No. I gotta cut you. Cut you.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, go on.
Manchester City win at all costs. Were you not the one that said I had a terrible transfer window?
What, this window just gone?
Yeah. I got a free gun again.
I don't think you had a terrible window. What was needed? Tell me what you needed. What was missing?
I lost to Julian Alvarez.
So you lost Alvarez. You didn't replace Alvarez, right? Who else?
And then I get a free Gundogan, which was a late signing, not quote unquote, not planned. And I brought in Savinho.
And you brought in Savinho. So here's the thing is I tell you about that is you can, this is proving my point I just made. You can attempt to win at all costs and get things wrong. I don't think every window you've had has been A1. And here the thing is, Vader, with Manchester City, how many Premier Leagues you lot won in the past 8 years? Is it 6 and 8? 7 and 9? How many is it? Oh yeah. What is it? Go on. You know what I'm saying? I just got Ferrari chat outside. Okay, so here's the thing, people. For those that don't know, there's this thing called Money in the Bank, and if you bring me 6 Premier Leagues in 8, 7 and 9, thank you, Wade Solomon, because me and Vader, even though we're doing this online on Wi-Fi, our Wi-Fi's go down at the same time, so we can't do the research. So big up to you lot in the chat. If you win me 7 Premier Leagues in 9 seasons, you know what I'm going to give you? A hell of a lot of grace. You know what I'm going to give you? A window that might not be 8, 9, 10 out of 10. Because you've proven to me and shown me time and time again, when it needs to get done, you will get it done. You've won me 7 and 9. 7 and 9. That's not money in the bank. You are the bank. It's not money in the bank. You are the bank. Or 6 and 8, wherever it is. The point I'm making is 6 and 8. Now, if you brought me 1 in 10, or you brought me 2 in 15, you don't have no money in the bank. Because clearly you've been getting it wrong. So that's where that stems from. So do I think your window was the greatest? No. Could you have went out and replaced Julian Alvarez? Absolutely. You could have went out and played. And if you fall short, I would look at the board and go, oh, you lot messed this up. Let's go and get this right. Same way when you lot, the season Liverpool won it, if I remember correctly. I think Laporte got injured in the January, and you lot didn't go get a centre back. I'm looking at I remember me and Stroh on From a Fair Eye View, shout out to JV, talking about that, and you lot doing what? Same way United when we were successful. We didn't always go and do what needed to be done. I'm talking about it like we just happened to have 2 GOATs in their roles. And their levels overpowered that. But I keep talking about this. It's all about the intent. The only 2 clubs I think at the highest level in this country that their intention to be the best is City and Chelsea.
What?
But Chelsea are falling short. No. Hear what I'm saying? But Chelsea are falling short in terms of their execution. But you don't spend $1 billion in 2 years if you're not trying to get it right. Now, did they spend it poorly? Yes. Did they make poor managerial appointments? Absolutely.
Wait. So wait, $1 billion in 2 years, or 800 million over 5. It's still winning. It's still
if you're at the top end of the Premier League and you're spending 100 million over 5 years, you're not serious.
You're spending 200 million over
200 million over 5 years. You're not serious.
Wow,
you're not serious whatsoever. Name me a club that's done that. Name me a club that's been successful in. Name me a team that's in the Premier League that's been successful.
This is what I'm saying. Maybe not have been successful, but have pursued to win.
You pursued it to win, but it's not win at all costs. You're not doing everything in your power. You spending 200 million over 5 years to win the Premier League. It's a joke. You're slapping me in the face. You know what I'm saying?
No.
You're pissing on my head and telling me it's raining.
I'm at my home. I'm about to get into the studio, but I'm gonna say this. Flawless. I'm not gonna let you get away with this because in this day and age,
let me get away with what?
No, you're not getting away with this. You're not getting away. Those of you in the chat, listen. It's all about recycling. It's all about sustainability. It's all about efficiency, proficiency. You're not just going out there and just win at all costs. You just spend recklessly. No.
Again, I keep telling you this, Vader. It's about the aim. I keep talking about the intent. You're talking about the execution. And
you're trying to make it seem like only 2 clubs want to win.
At all costs, yeah.
Nah.
At all costs, yes. If you're trying to win, Mikel Arteta should not be in charge of your football club.
Wow. I'm about to get in the studio. Those of you in the chat, tell Flawless, man, it's about sustainability and efficiency.
Efficiency, Brighton. You know what that sounds? You know what Brighton? That's what a Brighton fan would say. Newcastle fan would say, let's sustain. Let's be, I'm saying, that's what it is. But yeah, it is. Big up Vader. Make sure you lot subscribe to his channel. Link is in the title, people. I forgot to even say run up the likes as well because there's way over 100 of you lot in here. Only at 47 likes. Let's get up to 80 likes. Like check 1212. Like check 1212. Run up the likes. Hit the subscribe button, please. Road to 13,000 subscribers. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell. Vader mentioned it earlier. NBA season is upon us. We started yesterday. We did the Knicks Celtic game. We also did the Lakers T-Wolves game. We will be doing the Pelicans Bulls game today and the Clippers versus the Suns, or the Suns versus the Clippers as well. That's what I should say, people. That's what I should say. I've actually got it on here. But any questions for me, Manchester United related, get your questions in, people. You know what I'm saying? Get your questions in. And yeah, they are trying to hear talking about, they're efficient. That's nice. And efficiency will get you to be solid Premier League level team. May even pick up a FA Cup or a League Cup. But you trying to be the best of the best. You think Real Madrid are trying to be efficient? You know what I'm saying? You think Barcelona, when they were successful, were trying to be efficient? Bayern Munich, when they were successful, I think we don't associate that with any of them. No one called any successful team that's been at the top of the tree in their league in Europe efficient. What are we talking about? If you could sign one Flawless, Palmer or Foden, Palmer. But I rate them both highly, but did Palmer, without doubt. Without doubt. I think he's got more to his game. I think he's a better version of Foden. But that's no disrespect to Foden. But he's like, you don't rate Foden. Foden is top notch. Yes. This is Ten Hag. All right, we'll go to the United section. Ten Hag on the Europa League is complicated. We deal with it. Players like to play football instead of training. As long as you have players enough that you can construct a team not go into big injury risk, then it's the best to play the games. More injuries will be short. What? What is this? It's complicated. We will deal with it. Players like to play football, not instead of training. As long as you have players enough that you can construct a team, not go into big injury risk, then it's best to play games. More injuries will be short. Ten Hag, and if we see improvements after the 20 draw, yes, I think I have. The confidence is a big part. When you draw or lose, the confidence is down a bit. When I spoke, it was a draw, but it felt like we lost. Ten Hag on Maurizio and I won a lot of trophies in the last years, but you have to prove yourself every year, and if you don't, you have criticism. We know that. Jose Mourinho says, United's performances, not for me to answer. I always repeat the same thing. I want them to be successful sooner or later. They will succeed, hopefully sooner, and hopefully one day before I go back to the Premier League and they become my opponent. Why is he coming back? That's interesting. I think he's coming back to the Premier League. But you know what? Mourinho's definitely capable of getting a Premier League job. Someone will definitely hire him. Not one of the big six, but I could see him at Newcastle, at Everton, if they're the new ownership and they splash cash. Yeah. I'm trying to think. Who plays like a more pragmatic style? Well, I could definitely see him back in the Premier League. And it'd be great box office viewing. Mourinho's great in the Premier League when he's not at your club. It's great. Common sense. Here the thing is, though, to be fair, Real Madrid is pretty freaking efficient, flawless. It is, but do we ever call them efficient? Is the point I'm making. It's never a word we use to describe Real Madrid. We say juggernaut. We say heritage. It's win at all cost. The Real Madrid way. You lose and you out. I've never ever heard anybody anywhere say, oh, Madrid are efficient. Not a word we use. Because when you're talking the best of the best, we don't call them efficient. Like, we don't. We just say they're winners. And they're win at all cost, and the DNA and the heritage and all those type of things. See, look, yeah. And efficient. This I'm here. Where is it now? It was me thinking it was a verb and it's calling an adjective. Whatever, man. I get paid to talk. It's crazy. Achieving maximum productivity with minimum/wasted effort or expense. It's not Real Madrid. Yeah, common sense. That's what I'm saying. Not saying that not if it, like, that's not a criticism. So it's like Veta was trying to spin it that way. I'll be back in the set. Like I'm all being critical. It's like, no, we use efficient for Villa are efficient. They're an efficient club, what they're doing right now. Same way at Brighton, same way at Newcastle. But yeah, like, it's not something we have to, when City, we don't say, oh, City are extremely efficient in regards to how they are run, in a sense, even though it's away from the actual definition, but we don't say, oh, Pep's one of the GOATs. GOAT, efficient, don't really tie in. Same way when Manchester United have been successful. Or Chelsea, or Liverpool, or City, or Arsenal, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, Barcelona, Juventus, AC Milan, Inter Milan, whichever club was dominant. We'll be like, yeah, for an extended period of time, not one-offs, I would say. Would I take Inzaghi or Xavi if the rumors are true? Xavi, no. I just don't think he's done enough. In regards to Inzaghi, I need to do more of research, but I never hear anybody say anything bad about him. And when I've watched Inter, they look like a very well organized team, very, very well drilled team, some good players, and he seems like tactically he has it. I don't believe he speaks English, which would be a problem. So it's time to start learning English, Inzaghi. And if your brother's still playing, we need a striking coach, bring him with you as well. But yeah, that's what I would say in regards to it. Inzaghi, yes, but the English, not speaking English, a problem. Xavi, no, I just don't think he's done enough. Thoughts on United having three midfielders for this game against Fenerbahce? It means the manager can't mess it up, because I actually think that midfield trio works. Agate, Casemiro and Eriksen works on paper. It has something of everything there. And you actually have players who complement each other. No Bruno, no Maino, no Mount. That's it, right? Collie you can throw in the mix, but he's a youngster. We only got 6 midfielders. Is it just Casemiro, Agate, Eriksen, Maino, Bruno, Mount? We've got 6 midfielders. So yeah, he's not going to be out there trying to play Maino and Bruno together and then leave Casemiro or Agate. And we wonder why we can't progress the ball. So I like that as a midfield trio. It's just that front three I don't trust. Who's he going to play? Don't really trust that front three whatsoever. Like, Imagine the scenes if United lose. Jose gonna do all the theatrics. Oh yeah, definitely. People just remember the end of Xavi's time at Barca. Yes, Madrid were not at it when they won the league, but winning the Liga is still a good achievement. Absolutely, Spoops. That's why I'm not here being critical. I've just not done my research and watched him enough to know. So I'm like, I can't. I'm not even saying he's a bad midfielder. He's a bad manager. I'm not saying he's a good manager. I've just he managed what? Was it 2 and a bit seasons? How much did he actually manage? How much did he actually manage? Let's see. I'm having a look. I just don't remember his reign there like that. I know they won the league. And I don't know how. Someone remind me how they did in Europe as well. How did they do in Europe? Also, he was there 3 years. Well, he joined 6th of November 2021. So he had 22 to 23, 23 to 24. So he had 2 full seasons. So yeah, I was right. Like, he really. But I'd have to go do my research, like I said. I can't remember how they did in Europe. Agate is dead food. Fred gonna destroy him in midfield. Just to AEM to say it to you in regards to the Fred part of this. Fred is not destroying anybody in midfield. That is not Fred's game. Fred is not destroying anyone in midfield. Nobody. And I like Fred, but no, he's not destroying anybody. Next thing you're gonna tell me Amrabat they're gonna move to man in midfield? No. Big up Flawless, proper fan out there tonight. Keep up the good work. Hey, big up Mohammed, man. Appreciate it. Much love, man, for true. What is this? Oh, whatever, man. What is this? Sorry, I'm just looking at the playback trying to figure out what is going on. That's all. Well, whether a guy... You've been on this saying a guy is a bum. I'm waiting to see more. I ain't going to call a player a bum after 1 game. But that's just me. I ain't going to say all that. I know you're not with it, Spoops. So I ain't even saying you're wrong because performances ain't been good. But I ain't going to call him a bum. I ain't going to say all that. And even if he is a bum, that's despite my point. Spoops, you watch United. When did Fred ever destroy anyone when he was at our club? Never happened. It's not his game. We don't associate, like, you're a workhorse who breaks up play and gives the ball to others. You're a destroyer, but you don't destroy anybody. Boss. This is why I stopped rapping, because that is woeful. Big up to Sheik as well. Big up every single time. Make sure you subscribe to my brother Sheik every single time. You already know. Oh, shit. Has this started already? Fuck. I should have pushed it back. Never mind. I'll join it shortly. Because you know why I play back? It's not like StreamYard, where if you go live, you set a time, it won't go live. Playback just go live automatically. I forgot to switch the time, but I'll be back on there shortly anyway. It's all good. Yes, Vaya, what are you telling me, man?
Yeah, man. And you know what? Listen, those of you on Spotify, you're not seeing me right now. You're just hearing the voice. You're not tuned in to the YouTube channel. You're not seeing me in the studio now having the conversation with my man Flawless. Now, all right. We'll have this conversation with regards to FSG and their efficiency, and you want to label it as cute. We'll talk about it at another time. I just want to point out, as many fans always want more, spend. We want this. Just also recognize the efficiency. Also recognize that other clubs have essentially wasted money to not have the results of
efficiency. And I actually did my research. This is efficient. It means here, I've achieving maximum productivity with minimum wasted effort or expense.
Minimum wasted effort or expense. Now, when you look at the FSG model.
FSG, man. Hey, carry on FSG pumping minimum dollars and minimum pounds and minimum euros into Liverpool. I'm with it.
No,
I'm with you. Don't pump no big money into them. That's what they're doing. That's literally the definition.
And they're also not wasting those. See, you got to look at the non-wasting part.
I agree. I agree with both. So continue.
You of all people, Flawless. You of all people should be praising FSG for their efficiency.
I do
look
praise
at your
them.
Glazers and Ineos.
I do praise them. Thank you. Carry on FSG. FSG in forever at Liverpool.
In your voice. I'm hearing it in
you
your
hear
voice.
what? I'm
Those of you on
FSG
Spotify,
in forever.
You can hear it.
There's a reason Liverpool fans are FSG out, but I'm FSG in. Shout out FSG.
This is.
I'm with you.
All right. You know what? Now we've talked. We know this upcoming game with FSG, Liverpool, I should say, and Arsenal, and the Cronkies, because those are the owners over there. Are we going to have another quote unquote uneventful game. Like that Chelsea Liverpool game wasn't really.
I think it was just two good teams at a high level, so you're not gonna get quote unquote eventful. No, it's not gonna happen.
I'm hoping the Arsenal game is going to be better, but I'm fearful that it's not going to be. I'm fearful that this Arteta.
Oh, your man's Arteta, man. That's your guy. That's your man's.
Hey, I rate his quality. I recognize his quality.
It's not gonna be good. You know why? Because your man's gonna play like 6 centre backs. That's why it ain't gonna be good.
Flawless. This is what we got to get to. This is what we got to talk about because again, everybody sometimes you have one of the best lines in terms of don't listen to what the message is. Don't look at the messenger. Like when I was again, yes, I was upset. We had to get a late winner versus Arsenal. I had a questionable ball over the top, springing Martinelli with my captain Walker not in position, cost me a goal. And then I had at the time, many Arsenal fans were telling me our set pieces are fine. What we do in the box, how we do it against the keepers, that's all legit. Why are you coming at us? This is all within the rules. I had them telling me this, and I was kind of upset. And I was like, yo, the way you played a man down, no cojones, no guts, no glory, no.
That's your man's, man. That's your man's.
No courage.
That's your man's, yo. See what I'm saying? You're the Arteta ring guy. That's your man's.
Hey,
I'm Arteta ring because he's not good enough. You're Arteta ring because you rate him. So that's your guy.
I can still point out the errors within Arteta.
Yeah, man, 100%. You know what the error is? That he's still there. That's the error. But hey, what people is?
The second best manager in the league right now.
Yeah, cool. And you know what you get with the second best manager in the league? Second best. You know what I'm saying? You get second place, mate. That's why he's won nothing.
You do too much with this. You do too much. But
I'm too much facts, but people don't like it because it's me. You don't think they're winning the league this season, neither do I. Arsenal,
that's only because I don't
mix.
Flawless. That's only because I back my club.
Sure.
He's good enough to win the league. Arteta is good enough to win the league.
Sure.
It's just that I back my club. And again, my fan base are a lot more level-headed. We actually encourage our team instead of tearing them down, so they actually do cross the finish line and get the win. But this game's got me concerned. This game's got me concerned because I just saw a very overly pragmatic manager versus. Sorry, what was the dangerous team that they just played against? Who was Bournemouth? They have a crazy attack, right? Like they have one of the best attacks in the league.
No, they don't.
They must for him to
set up.
They must for him to set up the way he did defensively versus.
Nah, man, that's just your guy. That's your manager, man.
He did this when he had 11 men flawless.
Yeah, Bournemouth before that game had scored 8 goals in 7 games.
This man set them up with Partey, Rice, Bournemouth. Like the level of like lack of courage, the level of fear, or is it the lack of trust in the players that he has, why he set them up this way? Or is he of the mind that he's like, you know what? I don't need to rely on any type of attack because I'm so confident in my set pieces.
It's just bad management because he's not good enough.
He might be having a bad patch right now.
He's having a bad spell.
It might be a bad spell right now.
He's not feeling himself. He needs to go on a shopping spree.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
He needs to go back to Dubai. That's what he needs to do.
Yeah, he needs to go back to Dubai. I'm not going to
talk about what he needs
to go for a spa, doesn't he? He needs a break. You know what I'm saying? Like when a woman says, I need a break, that she needs a spa.
Last time he did the madness at Dubai, he came back. They went on their winning streak. They were scoring goals like mad.
Yeah, man, 100%.
Hey, whatever rituals he needs to go through to get his confidence back, go do what you got to do. But the way he set them up defensively, I'm like, what are you going to do versus Liverpool now? It hurt my heart to see Calafiori go out like that. You don't want to see a player suffer any type of injury.
Never.
And they've been having their injury crisis. That's another player out. And that's on the defensive end. I don't know what he's going to do. And again,
you know what he's going to do? Lose. What? That's what he's going to do. He's going to lose. That's what it is. And then it's title hopes over. And then it's on to the Champions League
not over.
where they're going is, man. It's over. It was over before it began, man.
Too early.
The same way we do before the Marvel film, the villain was going to lose before we even seen the logo at the start. We just wanted to see how it happened. You know what I'm saying? This was just earlier in the film than we expected. Arsenal fans, it's over, man. I keep saying this. This ain't a prediction. This is a spoiler. You are winning no Premier League or Champions League with Mikel Arteta in charge of your football club. I'm 2-0 with this. This is 3-0. What are we talking about?
Flawless didn't talk about the League Cup and FA Cup, Arsenal fans. Notice he didn't talk about those. So
if he takes them seriously, they can win them.
The season's not over.
Yeah, man. For 700 million, you get FA Cup or League Cup.
Oh, see, now he's throwing out the money spent. Listen, these trophies, every club's spending money.
Yeah, but it's still, you know what I'm saying? We've seen efficient clubs spend much less than that and win those trophies. So here we are.
You got to start somewhere. If
you got to start somewhere because they cute. You got to try and build up. Oh, bless you. This guy's so patronizing.
No, I'm not doing that. I'm just
tapping them on their forehead. Words for months and that. You got to pat them on their forehead.
Shout out to Mods. Yo, they're building on something with these injuries that they happen to have.
Common sense says right, man. So efficient, man, with 700 M's, man. That's been efficient. Has their board been efficient?
No, they haven't been efficient because they haven't gotten the one. They haven't been getting the winning.
Okay, and none of us think they're gonna win. You don't think they're gonna win. I don't think they're gonna win.
I think they can win a. They can win a domestic cup. They can win a.
Is he gonna take him serious? No. So you know what? Let me clarify that. You're not winning the FA Cup or League Cup either. You ain't gonna take it serious.
It's too early to say. But this game, flawless. When I tried to tell TJ and Tony that their manager and their players played like punks when they played against me, even being a man down, and I pointed out other clubs that happen to go a man down and still show some fight, and now this last game versus Bournemouth, he did the same thing. Sometimes I speak out loud just to see whether things will change. Like, hey, have this perspective. Maybe you see it differently. Maybe you agree. However it moves. When I tried to tell TJ and Tony and all the Arsenal fans, they didn't want to hear it. But now their manager, a man down, you know what? He took off Raheem the Dream Sterling, and brought on another defender in Kivior.
Yeah, he did.
He hasn't learned his lesson. And now he's going up against Liverpool. I think we're going to see the most negative. Those of you that played FIFA or now EAFC, you're no longer able to do. Well, actually, yeah, you can because you can have the high press. But you're about to see the lowest, the deepest block ever. I'm actually fascinated to see how he sets them up. I want to see, because again, they were arguably the best defense all of last season, right? Yeah. That's a claim. That's a title that all Arsenal fans were reminding us of. You can't go from that to then no longer being good defensively. I want to see how Arteta and his philosophy translates on Sunday versus this Liverpool game. I want to see how they set up. Now, any expectations on Liverpool? Absolutely none. In my opinion, they're expected to win this game. But I'm trying to see the type of fight. I want to see the type of fight that Arsenal are made of. I want to see how.
We'll find out.
I want to see how they defend. And I also want to point this out. Like, relying on these set pieces could actually be a thing. It could actually be a thing because they can create them. They have a advantage? No, but they do have a very good setup. And so good of a setup, Arsenal fans were complaining about my set piece setup. They were like,
the set pieces is on point.
It's on point, but for some reason they looked at mine and they said mine's cheating, mine's out of line. Mine's offsides. Mine's interference. What? Come on, Arsenal fans, be consistent here. You guys, if you want to take the blueprint. You guys, Jay-Z, you guys had the blueprint. You set everything up. You showed everyone how to do it. I happened to do it once. Late winter. Yeah, I know you're upset because it's a late winter, but I didn't do anything different than what you've been doing. And you were getting mad praise for it. I'm not expecting the praise. Just don't act like I'm doing something different. Just don't act like I'm cheating the system. I'm doing exactly what you did. Bernardo Silva was clever. All right? And no, we don't. Yeah, and it wasn't the dark arts. Again, I said this as a dark man myself. I don't like dark being associated with bad. It's no dark arts.
But I think dark. When I hear dark arts, I take that as a compliment. But that's just me. You You know what that means? You know what that means? Tie back into the ball thing. I am trying to win at all costs. That is a compliment to me. But, you know, you got Vader out there. You just want you to be out there and be efficient. You know what I'm saying? Go out there, try your hardest. You know what I'm saying? Give him a good game.
Flawless. With greenhouse effect, with the ecosystem, it is about efficiency.
It is.
All right?
In most, that is something I abide by.
Right,
the thing is, I abide by that just in life. Like, I am minimum
and
effort.
Football.
I am minimum effort, maximum efficiency, 110% just in general. But when it comes to my football club, they have much more resources than I have. If you have the resources, use it. When I play football, you don't see me playing that game. I don't have the physical capabilities to do certain things. So therefore, the skill that I have, I utilize to the best. I'm not going to pick up the ball, run past 3 man, and stick it top bins. I don't have the ability. So you know what I do? Use the qualities I have. Now, if you have that quality and don't use it, that's where my issue lies. If you can go past 3 players and stick it top bins, why are you not trying to do that? That's the difference.
No. As the manager,
shout out to Dr. Pops, man. He said it, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. Apart from relationships, black men don't cheat. You know what I'm saying, and all that.
Yeah, don't do that. Just be upfront. Trust me,
faithful.
she'll appreciate you being upfront about it.
Yeah,
now,
100%.
What you're pointing out,
They got Pops.
You don't need to dribble past 3 men. Just pass the ball.
Depends on
whether you have the ability or not. No, pass.
Sometimes you do. Sometimes you do.
Let's design.
But it's decision making. But sometimes it's decision making. What are we talking about here? Okay. Obviously, it's a bit different for you lot because Pep is he's like system based and
make
it's
the ball move.
Make the ball move.
Even growing up, how I played, make the ball move.
But even still, he gives Kevin
De
De Bruyne
all around me. I had athletes. They could all run with the ball, but it's like, listen, we can have the legs later in this game if we make the ball move instead of every one of us running with the ball. But this whole efficiency, those of you in the chat, when I watch this on the playback, those of you on Spotify, hit the like button, come over to the channel and hit that like button. And all listening platforms, Sunshine, listen, give the like, give the ratings. Flawless deserves it. I want to point out, and I don't know this whole efficiency is going to get talked about if men's are going to say I'm waffling or I'm talking crazy. I just happen to take a step back. I look at things. I look at the whole landscape of football. And I appreciate what FSG has done when not every club, not every owner are able to win. Some pointed out Arsenal and how much they spent, but it hasn't translated into winning.
Facts, because their board's not effective and their board's not good enough. That's why.
That's true. And you know what? I heard this. Just to kind of take it back to the 115 a little bit. APT. Yeah, you know what? We Manchester City, we won with regards to they are going to change the APT rules. I heard Arsenal fans, I heard some United fans, not necessarily you, Flawless, but I heard some United fans, some Arsenal fans talk about, you know what? You guys shouldn't want this rule changed. Because do you know who the Kroenke's married to? Kroenke's married to his wife is Walmart. She's essentially Walmart. Imagine Walmart now sponsoring, but guys, if they could spend, they would have spent it. This rule change is not going to then open the floodgates for the Kroenkes and the Walmarts or whatever to then start making their side deals. Because if they could have done it to get money from over here rather than money from over here, they would have done it. I want to just say, it's not always about spending. It's not always about, and again, and I'm not saying this with regards to Flawless. Flawless isn't saying that spending is the only way to win. Because, I mean, he's seen it over at his club with a lot of spending. But it's the spending and the efficiency. It's the spending and the efficiency and the quality that needs to point out. And that's just the expertise that I want to point out with regards to FSG. I've seen it myself. All right?
Yes. It's about spending correctly.
Correctly. Now,
that's what it is.
United.
It's about spending correctly.
And when we talk about spending correctly, I think that's where this, and it's unnoticed, Flawless, but I think that's what's happening over at United.
What's happening at United? We think we suddenly spending correctly. We had a good window.
I think the spending correctly is kind of shifted, but the spending correctly is also with the firing correctly. All right? I know it's old news now, the Erik ten Hag getting sacked, when is going to happen? But man, what a result! What a result! What was the vibes like after the last game for United?
Because we beat the mighty Brentford at home. Our first win in 5. Is this the game you're talking about? It's the way you said it, though. The win at home. What was the vibes like for beating Brentford at home? Yeah, Sensei, here we go. You know what I'm saying? Vatorade, here he is distributing. Get your Vatorade. Everybody drink up. You know what I'm saying? Extra Vatorade for you. We got all flavors: grape, apple, orange. For the black people, purple. You know what I'm saying? People will know what I'm talking about. The Sunny Delight advert, that's why Vator's laughing. That's exactly what I'm talking about. The purple drink, the sugar water, and indeed purple, word to Dave Chappelle. You know, I know. For those that have watched the stand-up know what I'm talking about. But in regards to it, yeah, we was better in the game. First half was dry before we close, because we are going to close out shortly, people. First half just summed up Manchester United this season. Not really too much happened. Defensively okay, which we've been the vast majority of the season. Toothless going forward, not really much. The lit situation sums up Manchester United just being incompetent.
Manchester United, is this that has to fall at the feet of Sir Ratcliffe and Ineos, right?
What?
The whole medical staff. He must have fired the competent medical staff.
Oh yeah, like whether we replaced, I'm not sure, but if he did hire them, it's on him. If it's still the old stuff and they did that, it's on him.
Not on the Glazers.
They're a part of it, so it's on him, because if they succeed, they will get some of the praise. So we move. But that's never by the by. I blame the medical staff, because that's just common sense.
That's not on. Okay, so
I don't blame. I blame the. When I say incompetence, I blame the medical staff for that.
Okay.
It's like they had 3 times to bandage. They had 3 times to bandage his head, and they didn't bandage it. We can see the goal.
No blame at Erik ten Hag.
I'm not blaming. That's not on Ten Hag.
Dry first half, but it wasn't really on him with regards to conceding that goal.
No. The goal wasn't on him. The goal, I don't blame the goal on him. I don't blame. But for the attack and our lack of system, I put on him and these players. But I say it by the by. But second half, we turned up.
Second half. Okay, so second half in the locker room. Wait, what are you doing? Flawless. No, I again, we're having a conversation for the first time. I'm just trying to get the breakdown. I know we're going to wrap up the show soon. So those of you, if you haven't hit that like button, do that right now. We're in the United portion of it. We're about to break this down. So
we're really too much about all this. It's all this extra energy. That's what it is, and all this hype that is not needed for this. But I'll give him his credit, and I give the players the credit, because I've not seen us come out in the second half and do that. He didn't make no adjustments. We just play better. There ain't no adjustments.
Okay.
Because you're saying team. But I just said I give him credit for the second half. And the players. Because we turned up. Absolutely.
You got the players to turn up.
Yeah,
we turned obviously up. Playing for him. They're playing for him. Or they played for him in the second half.
Maybe. They've been playing for him all season, and look how that's worked out. But the point I'm making is we turned up in the second half. Something I've not said in a long, long time, and I've not said all season, was individual brilliance that got us over the line. Rashford, quality cross or quality pass.
Whoa,
what do you mean?
What are you doing?
Why
are you doing this individual brilliance? Why you didn't think it was system play? You didn't think the build-up was.
It was. You know how I know it wasn't system play? Because we've not scored 2 goals like that under Erik ten Hag before. So that's how I know it's not system play.
If we see it again this weekend, listen, we're gonna.
If we'll see it again, send me your PayPal and I'll send you $50. Right, if we see 2 goals like that, because we ain't seeing 2 goals like that. That's what I was gonna get to. So in regards to the attackers, phenomenal pass by Rashford, great volley by Garnacho, gets us back in the game.
Where was Rashford playing? Where was Rashford?
He played from the right. He's playing on the right.
Woo! Okay, that's Ten Hag switching it up. What?
Yeah, he played. You know what's the crazy part is he's played him on the right before and it's not worked. But he played him on the right. Garnacho, great finish. And then the second goal, Bruno, quality pass around the corner to Haaland. Quality pass. This guy doing too much. Quality pass around the corner. And then Haaland, a lovely finish dinked over the goalkeeper. And it was 4 moments of individual play from the 4 individuals I just mentioned. Quality. And that won us the game. Quality. Now I'm looking for us to go away to Fenerbahce and do the same. Not in regards to that, but in terms of
goal getting a result, though.
And then away. Now I want a result and a performance. Match it. Because you're capable. Of course I want a result, but we can match it. And
who do you play after?
We play West Ham away and go do the same. Go beat West Ham. They're
not in the best of form.
No, they're in horrific form. Go beat West Ham. Go beat Fenerbahce because
Three
we need
wins
because
on
2 draws from 2.
Okay, three
So
wins on the bounce. Okay.
if we get 3 wins on the bounce, I'll be like, yo, props. We're in a good run of form.
I like that.
Now can we continue that? Yeah, of course.
Balance.
Like if we start picking up good results and the performances get better, then I'll go, yeah, but I've been here before and seen this before, so I know that's not gonna happen.
We'll see
what happens. I already know.
You don't already know, but you have a thought, you have an idea.
I already know. I've seen this before.
I think obviously, what I want to point out in terms of like proper spending, smart spending, Ineos. Right, the Glazer Ineos combination. I think.
Hey Clinton, this is what he does. So you, if you're not new here, this is just Vader. This is what he's like.
I'm not that's not what I'm doing. I'm not.
Gasses up United, gasses up Arsenal, gasses up Liverpool.
I'm not gassing anything. I just saw the game. It was a positive result.
Yes, Andy. Unai Emery is a better manager than Arteta. Yes, no debate. Yes, he is.
CBS. He needs to prove it this season in terms of managing his club, his team.
Hey, they ran efficiently. Give them the praise you give FSG. He runs that club efficient.
Winning needs to happen over there, though, Flawless. That's why I'm being consistent. When I
not
see
for
the
Villa.
winning, I'll talk.
Villa don't need to win.
Not for Villa.
Villa don't need to win.
Yes,
when's the last time Villa won a trophy?
That's why they need to win.
Villa don't need to win. They just need to continue to finish in. They do well in the domestic cups. Do well in the domestic cups and finish in the European places. That's where Villa are at. It's Villa.
Okay.
Don't need to win. No, right. When he signed there, nobody. Wait.
Well, sorry, when you said winning, I was thinking trophies as well.
That's like domestic cups. Yeah, you can target and get a favorable draw. But when he signed there, no one was like, "You must win an FA Cup or League Cup." That wasn't the MO. It's not the MO. It's not the never.
Wait.
It's like finish top 4. What are we talking about?
Why can't Aston Villa fans who remember their club winning expect them to win?
Because they haven't won in so long. And you don't have the resources to do that.
No, but actually they've got new owners now.
They don't have the resources. Villa can't spend like Arsenal. They can't spend like United. They can't spend like City. They can't spend. There we go. So you can't spend like the top club. So how are you supposed to be at the same table? We're in a different caliber. You don't know this. You know casinos where they set chips and it's a bomb they cap the chip and it's 50,000 to enter this table. They're not at that top table. It's Aston Villa.
Okay, I agree. I hear that. We're gonna have a proper combo. Maybe it's winter break, but.
Yeah, international break.
I saw a recent list of the owners, like the nationality of the owners within the Prem, the 20 teams. Mm-hmm. It's getting scary. The amount of American owners in the mix, Flawless.
Shout out to the Americans. I like Americans, man. I'm saying I like Americans.
You like Americans? Liking Americans is fine. American owners is different.
It's great. Like you got the likes of TJ and other crooks, but like
American owners is different, Flawless. I'm telling you.
My club.
That's for another time. That's for another time. You know what? Before I break it down.
Hopefully American owners come take over City then. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Before I break it down over here, I'm going to break it down over here. Before I break it down over there, I'm going to break it down over here. But the thing that is going to happen is American owners are infiltrating this beautiful game. And we'll speak on it. But as we try to wrap up and we talk about spending, I think United in particular are being smart with how they spend on the next manager. I know you kind of took some shots at me. You're like, Vader, if Ineos end up going out and getting Zidane or Don Carlo or whoever the next star manager, I'm gonna be calm, cool.
Yeah, if you go get one of those two, elite. Yeah, 100%. And then I'll jump on one of them flying pigs outside and see you in Canada as well. You know what I'm saying? Quick flight over there. You know what I'm saying?
Quick, easy flight.
Easy, man.
I want to say, I think the patience that they're showing. Obviously, we know, you said this yourself, Erik ten Hag isn't the guy. They were already looking for who's next.
Yeah, they fully are.
Who's next, for whatever reason, may not have lined up right, may not have been ready or available. But when they do bring that manager in, I think again they're going to be spending wisely when the time comes. And
I can't wait for our next manager. I can't wait for whoever our next manager is, because it just again.
Not an interim.
No, the full time. Because what I'm saying is the full.
There's a bribe for whoever the interim is. We're going to give them a bribe.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. Yeah. The interim is giving a bribe. What I'm saying is this permanent manager, whoever we get, was available this summer. That's the craziest part. They just weren't smart enough to. They just didn't have the idea to go get him. That's what it was.
No. Flawless, you've negotiated before. You know how sometimes things just can't line up. You got to take a step back. I think that's what happened here.
You can't take a step back at Manchester United when you're in that situation. There's no
Sometimes
taking a step back.
you got to spend right.
You can't afford to be single. This ain't a relationship thing.
Flawless, I want to praise. I don't want to. But same way I can see FSG being efficient, I think that's the direction that
man, we gonna be cute. Yeah, I'm not trying to be cute. You know what I'm saying? I don't want a girl telling me I got a great personality. Actually, I do have a great personality, but you understand my overall point. You know what I'm saying? It's like
no, I hear it.
Telling me, oh, he's nice. You know, I see him as a friend. That's what I'm not trying to hear. I don't need no girl telling me, yeah, I'm nice. Yeah. I see him as a friend. You're a great guy. What?
You don't want the girl calling you up for a ride to the airport. You want her calling up for a different ride. I know what you're saying.
No, you wanted to call it for the ride to the airport because you lot are going away together.
Right. Facts.
Yeah, 100%. That's what it is. You're on the plane with her. Yes, Spoobs, great personality. Unlike yourself, you absolute criminal. You know what I'm saying? Fucking this Spoobs guy. Proper fraud. Hey, check out Mud Brothers though on Sheik's channel, people. It's a great show. Shout out Sheik TV. That's my guy right there as 100%. Well. But yeah, make sure you subscribe to Veta's channel, Veta Games TV. The link's in the title. If you're a Manchester City fan, should be over there. If you're a supporter of great content, should be over there. If you're a fan of this channel, everyone you see on here, I've really fucks with. So make sure you go subscribe to Veta Games TV. The link's in the title. It's also underneath in the description, not just on this live stream, every live stream. Veta Games TV. Go run up the subscription. We will be going. I know the playback's already started. We'll be going over there for the Bulls Pelicans game, people. But Veta, let them know where they can find you, what you got coming up, all that good stuff.
Listen, I got a show tomorrow, 8 p.m. UK time. I get my City fans together. We talk intelligent. Intelligent agendas.
I love that.
Yeah, we're gonna be breaking a few things down. We just obviously played in the Champions League game. We got this game coming up after winning this league. And again, everyone wants to talk about the wins. Everything's happening over at Liverpool. They want to talk about the injury crisis happening over all the great praise. Chelsea's back.
Yo, you broke up a little bit. Say that again. Run that back. Your mic broke up just a little bit. Say it again. It's all good. Say it again.
But everyone's talking about all the great start to the season for Liverpool. Oh, look what they're doing. They want to talk about Arsenal injury crisis. They want to talk Chelsea's back. Chelsea are back. Right? They were right to get rid of Poch. Right? You're welcome for Maresca, by the way. They want to talk about all of that, as well as Cole Palmer and Lavia. But the thing is, no one's really talking about Manchester City. And we're just going to break it down, me amongst other City fans, on what we got up and coming. We're mad excited for Pep extending for one more year, bringing it to 10. And I think cleverly, he's going to do the kind of the LeBron thing. You North American sports fans that follow the NBA, LeBron was doing the 1+1 contracts, right? Obviously, he was up there in age, but he's 1+1. I think Manchester City and Pep are doing the 1+1 years, right? Keep the ops thinking, oh, we're winning next season because Pep's gone. And Pep just keep renewing. That one after one after one. Like Flawless said, we have a chance of possibly going 6 in a row. We got to win the 5th one first. Hey, I'm not counting my chickens when they hatch. Facts. We got to win this one first.
Well, hey, you better be careful because if these teams will keep moving and their balls keep moving efficiently, hey, it could be a struggle. You know what I'm saying? It could be a struggle.
Flawless is going to mess up my efficiency. He's going to make it sound all bad and twisted. And you know what? Listen, subscribe. Catch me on my next show. I'm going to do that tomorrow, 8 p.m. UK time. Flawless, man. Always.
Yeah, man. Thoroughly always enjoy the show. Blessed. And people, you normally get the show Tuesdays, 11:30 p.m. UK time, but we moved it to Wednesday simply because City played tonight and Arsenal played on Tuesday. And I think next week as well, Arsenal play on Tuesday and also City play on a Wednesday. So I'll be talking to Veta and TJ and Tony, and it will probably be like that again. Let me just double check that. But I swear, I think it is City playing on the Tuesday next week. But people, the content is not stopping. We are live on the playback. You see it there in the chat, playback.tv/sarcasmcitytv. NBA regular season is back. We did 2 watch-alongs yesterday. We're doing 2 watch-alongs tonight. Pelicans Bulls has already tipped off, so we'll be there for that. And then the big game, Suns versus the Clippers, people. Phoenix Suns, LA Clippers over on the playback. If you have an NBA League pass, you can use that to sync up with us. If not, I'm giving out VIP passes so you can watch the game along with us. So there's no spoilers. We're all watching the exact same stream, people. I'm looking here. Yeah, I was right. Oh, yeah, because it's League Cup next week. So, yeah, Tottenham play City. So yeah, Veta will chop it up and chop it up.
One. That's a stressful one.
Man, EFL Cup, man. Yeah, very stressful Carabao Cup. Go on.
Yo, large up Flawless, large up everybody in the chat. I'm gonna, like he's about to run and catch the NBA, I'm gonna run and catch the remaining game of this Raptors. And
speaking of that, the Raptors as well, we're gonna redirect to Alam because he's a fellow Raptors fan as well. Toronto Hoop Talk, that's who we're gonna raid. So run up the likes, hit the subscribe button as well. I do mess with the Canadians in this space. You got Vato, you got Alam. Who else?
Good people, yo.
Good people. Yeah, good people. You got CP, but there's always one bad egg, and yeah, he's a horrendous one. But other than that, I fucks with the Canadians and that. It's kind of like the Americans, but then you got TJ and Sheik. But outside of that, I fucks with the rest, the Americans as well. Kind of like the Irish lot. Then you got Spoops. Like, there's just always one. It's just like, there's always one, like we just group them together type of thing. Yeah, it's exactly Warrior J. Lauren, she a real one as well. But yeah, playback people, you see it here on the screen, playback.tv/sarcasmcitytv, or download the playback app as well. Big on my biggest fan in the cut, Henry, man. Shout out Henry. Henry, man, you made another account to join us, man. You're missing out the show. Henry, get over to the playback. I'll see you over there, my guy, before I block you on here. But big up, man. It's good to see you in the chat. You know what I'm saying, man? Shout out Henry, man. That's my guy, man. It's my biggest supporter. Man made like 6-7 accounts. This guy be mentioning my name on the streams I'm not on. Hey, Henry, man. I'd miss me too if I was you. I am that great. I understand, man. I get it. It's facts, Warrior J, man. Henry here more than you. He hit more than me. Shout out to Henry, man. Yeah, every time, man. I'll make another account to block us. But yeah, Veta's referenced it already. Subscribe to Veta Games TV. And don't forget, we are available on all audio platforms as well. Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud, etc., etc. So love to you lot. See you on the playback. This has been the Manchester United, Manchester City show. Man Them United podcast meets the Man Them City podcast live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Thank you very much for tuning in.